All right, so now we're going to talk about our Hilliard auto dilution dispenser. There are 4 of these in the facility. There's one in the janitorial closet by the dumpster hallway. There's one next to the elevator down the main hallway. There's one in the maintenance office. Sorry, there's only 3. But they all work the same. Pretty easy to use and access, just as long as there's water going to them. So, first thing, you'll notice that there's 4 different slots for different chemicals. It can hold up to 4 chemicals at a time. In the middle of the dispenser, there is a water button. There's B, D, C, and A to dispense these chemicals. You just need to make sure that the water's on, and we have done that here over on the wall. This little red lever right here, this is in the janitorial closet by the dumpster hallway. This lever goes up to turn the water off, down to turn the water off, and then it goes even with the pipe to make sure it's on. To dispense chemical, just make sure that whatever chemical you want to use, the arrow in the middle here is facing that chemical, just like that. And then you have a bottle underneath it. So you take a bottle, an empty bottle, make sure it has the right label on it. This one is an assurance bottle, so we don't have assurance in the dispenser itself, but that's okay. We just use this for demonstration purposes. You just put the bottle in, just like that. You turn it to the right chemical, and then you hit the button up top, and then it dispenses liquid into the actual bottle itself. To stop it, just let off the button. I'm going to dump this out because we're not using this. This isn't the right bottle for it. So that's for a bottle fill. For a mop bucket fill, you can see that there is a little hose right here connection that kind of goes down, and then it hangs on the side. To hook up the hose for the mop bucket, you just slide up the connection, and you line up the little holes with the slot, and then you turn it, and it's locked tight. I'm pulling on it right now, so that's good to go on that. Then you take the hose, the other end of the hose, and you put it into the mop bucket, and you start by the same process. You push the button in the middle with the correct chemical, and that dispenses into a mop bucket. When you're done, release the lever up top, hang the hose back up, and you can leave it hooked up, or you can disassemble it however you'd like to. If you want just straight water, you don't have to unhook the hose. You don't have to do anything of that sort. There is a water button in the middle. Just turn the arrow to the water button, and if you turn that on, I'll release this so it doesn't go all over the place. You can just push the button again, and it'll just dispense water, just like that. To access and change out different chemicals, on the top, there's a key. There should be a key on the top of every single dispenser, if not close by. There's also one on your shared key set for the facility attendants. You just 2 little holes on top of the actual case. Slide it in, push it down, it releases it, and pops up. To change these out, you just slide the actual bottle out, unloosen the cap, just like that. Pull out the canister that you're replacing and fill it with whatever you want. It doesn't have to be the same chemical over and over again. Just keep in mind that there might be a little chemical left over in the hose that it was feeding from. So let that drain out first. You can do little test runs in this drop sink and let it get clean before you install another chemical. To install another one, you just grab it. There's little slots that it slides into, and you just grab the actual cap. All of the bottles have a pre-installed cap that auto-dilute it to the correct proportions, so you don't have to worry about mixing anything. So you screw it back on, push it back in, and then just shut the door. Make sure it locks in place. And that's pretty much it. Sometimes a chemical doesn't come out correctly. Just make sure it's filling with the right color. That's the biggest thing. As you can see, we got purple as a window clean. Super Shine All is kind of like a yellowish, orangish. Rejuvenale is pink. Also, restroom cleaner is pink. Arsenal Top Clean, that's blue. So just keep in mind that you're making sure that you're using the right color chemical when you're doing any kind of job.